Hello. I think we are live on the internet. Excuse my throat. I should have cleared my throat before I pressed the button. Hello, welcome to the live stream. There's currently no one on right now, so I'm just talking to thin air. But if you're watching this after the event, hello, and thanks for joining us. Shame you couldn't be here for the live thing. But yeah, I'm a little bit early, so yeah, I'll wait a few minutes before we get into the meat and potatoes of everything. But I see some people are arriving. Let me fire up the chat. The Furman, hello. Good to see you. Happy New Year. Happy New Year to everybody, by the way. Hello, Peter. Let me just get everything in the right place so I can see what's going on. Hopefully you can hear me okay and see me okay. Never quite sure on how to get the lighting right in here with the webcam thing. Hello, Matthew. So tonight we're just going to keep it casual. Just, let's have some questions, some discussion. We can talk about my last few videos, the price comparison one. Have you seen it? I finally managed to get it online. Thanks. Happy New Year. So let's just wait a few more minutes for some more people to join us. I've got a cup of tea. Hello, the kitchen. I'm fine. How are you? Hope you're all good. Hello, Anne. I'm glad you like my videos. I'm glad you're finding them useful. You like the sneaker video or trainer video? Funny old word. How's Boot Boutique doing? Boot Boutique is doing really well. If you saw my last video, which was about content, I also went into earnings in that video. And yeah, Boot Boutique is doing very nicely. So I'm going to do some work on it, add some more content and tidy up the products and general maintenance, because I've not really logged in and done any work on it for quite some time now. And it's got into a little bit of a mess, especially as I've done a few tutorials on it, added some AdSense and other bits and bobs on it. It's got into a bit of a state. So I'm going to work on it, but it's still doing, 80, 90 pounds a month at the moment, which is good for a site I've done no work on. The firm says Rehub. That's the Rehub theme. It looks like a bit of work to get it set up and looking nice. It's not too bad. The visual editor is not the best. I prefer the X theme Cornerstone editor, but it's not too bad. It comes with a lot of demo content, so you can use that to, give you a bit of a head start. Reduhuan. I don't know how to pronounce your name. Yeah, that is why I skipped it. You spotted that. Redone. Maybe if you could type it phonetically, I'll try and pronounce it. Hello, Ian. Happy New Year to you as well. Hello, Jason. So you'll be pleased to know that Robin, the baby, is tucked up in bed fast asleep. So I'm hoping there's not going to be any disturbances. My wife is in as well today, so we should be fine. If you saw the live stream I did for Christmas, it didn't quite go to plan because, yeah, the baby wouldn't sleep. And yeah, watch it if you fancy watching me struggle to do a live stream with a baby on my lap. Red One. Hello, Red One. Now that does sound better. Hi, Charles. Hello, Tamar. Okay, so there's quite a few of you on now, so we can get started with the questions. Let me know what you've been working on, if you've had any success, or any topic or subject you'd like me to talk about. That's fine too. I'm going to run for a good hour today to make up for having no live streams over Christmas, and also the baby stream, the infamous baby stream. Aurelian asks, are British people interested in Amazon affiliate program? Do you have a lot of clients from UK? Yeah, there's a lot of viewers from the UK, a lot of people building Amazon affiliate sites in the UK. My site's UK based, so yeah, I think we like the Amazon affiliate sites. Why not? Amazon's really big in the UK. A lot of people use Amazon. Ian says, I created a post for my slider on my homepage, but it also showing up on my post page. Is it possible to keep the slider post but remove it from the post page? Yeah, it should be. What theme are you using for that one? Hello, Mevlut. You guys have all got quite difficult names for me to pronounce. Thanks for the kind words. I'm glad that you're enjoying the videos. Um, Monokai says, how many articles should a site at least have to? Should a site have at least, well, something like that? How many articles do you need to rank well in Google? Is what I'm trying to say. There's no kind of hard and fast rule. The more, the better, obviously. But I'd say as a minimum, you're going to want at least 10, and those articles need to be, of good quality, useful. Be at least 1,000 words, have rich formatting, so you're using bullet points and bolds and headings and all that kind of thing. Maybe include some tables and some images, a video if you can. So, some really good articles. When it comes to articles, it really is about quality over quantity. So, 10 really good articles will do just as well as 50, rubbish articles. Firm says, have I noticed any good results from the beer site paid for posts? Yeah, I have. I can't obviously track them back directly to sales. However, if I look, I'll bring up my thing now. I look at my reports within Amazon. I did quite a big push around the Star Wars stuff, the Star Wars beer stuff. So let's just have a look how many Star Wars products I actually sold. The other thing that did work really well with the ads was building likes on the page. I was getting likes for hardly any money. They were really cheap. So it's working well. And I'm adding more content, as you'd have seen in the last video. And yeah, I think it's going to be all right. Let's have a quick look. I've got it up now. Let me share my screen. What the heck? Why not? Here we go. So yeah, here's beer shirts. We could probably go back a little bit further. And then I'll need to have a look. I mean, I've spent more on Facebook than I've earned so far. So, in answer to your question, is there an ROI? Not yet, but there is lots of people on the page. Let's bring up the page. Yeah, 415 people. So the ones that I was boosting, let's have a quick look. Was this one? Was it that one? Anyway, yeah, let's have a look at the products. I definitely was boosting Star Wars ones. So there doesn't seem, I know. No, there doesn't seem to be any Star Wars ones in there. So I don't know. It's difficult to say. The site is doing good though. So whether it's down to the Facebook ads, it's so hard to track with an Amazon affiliate site. But yeah, it doesn't look like there's any Star Wars stuff actually being sold, even though it did get good engagement. So good question. I think it's probably a bit early to say anyway. So let's carry on. Hey, we're back. How do you get the? How do you get the new arrivals or whatever your beer shop says down below in your page? Let me have a look. I think it's just within the customize area of the theme. Now, for some reason, I don't know what's going on, but the beer shirt site is running really slow. Like there's a bit of a problem with it. It seems to just be this site, so I'm not quite sure. I haven't installed anything new. It's not going to load for me now, I don't think. So that's a bit of an issue. I'm going to have to look into that. Maybe I'll do a video about it. I don't know what's causing it, but my site has just suddenly sort of died. I don't know. Is it coming up for you? Is it just me? Are you able to access beershirts.co.uk right now? It could just be me. Let me just try a different browser, maybe. Nope, still slow. So when it loads, I will have a look at that and let you know how I did the bit on the homepage. Right, where are we? So I'm getting traffic to my site, but I haven't sold any yet, except for a blog. Can I do anything else? Just keep going, keep getting more traffic, keep adding more articles, maybe add a few more products. If you have got an e-commerce type site. Hello, Helen. Dominic says, I'm just starting an affiliate site. Is using Divi Builder okay for this kind of thing? I notice you use shop-specific themes. Yeah, you can use Divi. It might be a bit of overkill, though, for an affiliate site because it's got lots of nice, designs, bits and bobs, and you can lay stuff out, which is fine. And if you want to do that, that's great. But if you want to get a site up a bit, a bit faster, then a more simple theme might be better. Like Storefront, which is the free one, or just a simple sort of blog type theme. Obviously depends on the sort of site you're going to be building. The firm says it's down here too. So yeah, everyone's having trouble getting onto beer shirts. I'll raise it with HostGator, I guess. That's what I say. It seems I did raise it with them the other day, and as I was talking to them on the live chat, it just started working again. So I thought they must have done something, but maybe they didn't. So Monoquai says, what is a good free WordPress theme that you can use to rank good in Google? Is it necessary to buy a premium theme? It's not necessary to buy a premium theme to rank well in Google. Any site will rank well in Google if it's got good content and it's got a good reputation. And it builds reputation by getting links to it. So guest posts, for example, is a good way to build links, but you could use forums or social media. And your theme is not that important really when it comes to SEO. Zonto Boy, hello. I want to build an authority site via WordPress. Any theme suggestions come to mind? If you just want a kind of flexible theme, Divi, as we already mentioned, is good. X theme is good. Any kind of magazine style theme, just have a look on Theme Forest and check out the different ratings and reviews. But a general purpose sort of theme often will do you well. So yeah, Divi or X theme are both really good general purpose themes. Aurelian says, what is your opinion on Amazon ads? Do you use them on your sites? Do ads convert well for you? I don't really use Amazon ads. I never tried them, so I don't know. Success roller coaster. What is better, a blog or a shop on a blog? A blog, you're going to need to be really focused on the content. It's obviously, that's all it's got, content. So, it's going to need more than 10 articles to be a proper blog. I find that the shop sites work well. They get traffic to the shop pages, the category pages, and the product pages. So, that's got to be a good thing. Often coming up on long tail searches. So when people have been very specific about a product, you can rank. And even if you rank below Google, as I mentioned in my last video, you can still get traffic and you can still get commission. So yeah, I still like the shop sites, but it's really up to you, and it really depends on how much content and the sort of look you want your site to have. Are you going to be really content focused and offer really good value in your content? Then maybe a blog site's for you. If you're going to just kind of have a few affiliate sites and add a bit of content and have them tick over and in a few hundred a month or whatever, then a shop site might be better. Tim says, excluding the websites you've made for online teaching, what do you average for income on your active sites? Just a ballpark number. It's a few £100 a month, something like that. I don't do any work on them, as you will know if you watch my videos. My main income does come from affiliate stuff on YouTube. But that's going to change because I'm working on Beershet. So I'm hopeful that in a few months, the income on that will be quite a bit more. Hello, Terribly British. Great username. Have you got an opinion on whether a site should have a sidebar or be full width? I don't really have an opinion on it. I've got sites with both. My one thing I would think about when it comes to sidebars is how they look on a mobile, because on a mobile there isn't room for a sidebar. So that content in that sidebar has to go somewhere on a mobile. And what can happen, obviously depends on the theme you're using, but say the sidebar's on the left, that will often mean that the sidebar will be at the top, which will mean it will be above the content, and that can make it look a bit weird. So I would, consider mobile and then make a judgment on that. If it's for shop navigation and stuff, sidebars can be pretty useful. ENS, what did you say? You retracted your message. I missed it. Hello, Jen. Happy New Year to you too. You said Amazon put on hold my account. Do you know what I need to do? It depends on why they put you on hold. That will give you a clue as to what you need to do. Matt says, hi, Alex. Was wondering if you've had any luck in generating traffic via Twitter. I haven't at all and end up giving up with it, but interesting your thoughts. I don't really use Twitter much, so no. It's something that maybe I should look into, but yeah, Twitter is not something I use that much. I use it obviously to put little notes up about live streams and stuff, but no, I've not used it on any of my affiliate sites. I've only used Facebook and Pinterest. Hassan says, what about viral sites with AdSense in 2018? I think they're still relevant. They're probably bigger than ever, actually. Viral sites, they're everywhere. Whether you're asking whether I'll do another tutorial on making a site, then yeah, I probably will. Find a new theme and something new, and let's do it. It's not something that I've obviously got the viral site. I've got the Labrador one, which I haven't done any work on for quite some time. Yeah, I think this year I'm going to take on a assistant, and I'm going to ask them to work on a lot of my affiliate sites because I just don't have the time. So I'm going to see how that works out. Monoquai says, do you know a free WordPress theme that is as good as DivUX theme? I don't. You always have to pay for such theme. You do. The old line, you get what you pay for. I've not found a free theme that comes anywhere near the premium themes in terms of the quality, the features, and the ease of use. So it's generally worth, investing $50, $60 in a good theme. Genrock says, I have someone who wants a separate section on their WordPress website that has a secure login. Never done this before. Any plugins? Yeah, you can do that. You can do that with a membership plugin. I guess that's what it's for, unless it's for an e-commerce site, in which case you get a login with WooCommerce anyway. To make it secure, you'd want to install an SSL certificate. There's videos on the site or on the channel even about that. But yeah, if you want like a membership area, there's a number of members plugins. I've used one recently. Its name escapes me. Let me just have a quick look. So that would allow you to kind of secure content, that kind of thing. So if you want to hide pages so they're just members only, you can do that. All right, let me have a look what its name is. There's loads out there. I've used things like S3 member before. I think that's one. There's quite a few different ones. But yeah, I'm using Membership 2, which is a bit of a generic name. So I'm not sure where I got it from. Let me have a look. It's on a client site that I'm working on. It comes with WPMU Dev, which I don't know if you've heard of them before. Just share a link. With them, they're like a club that you join, and there's a monthly fee, and you get access to tons of really cool plugins. So yeah, that's what I'm using. Okay. Amar says, how do you promote your affiliate marketing? Oh, there's loads of different ways. I've been through this a number of times on the channel. You've got SEO, so you've got search engine optimization, making sure that your website is optimized using a plugin like Yoast, and then building links to it using guest posts or forum posts or social media, that kind of thing. You can use social media to drive people to your site from social media, and you can use paid ads to build up your social media and to also drive people to your site. You can use platforms like YouTube, which is how I promote a lot of my affiliate stuff, as you know. There's loads of ways. If you Google that question, you'll find articles where they'll list 50 different ways that you can get traffic and promote your stuff. Jen says she's having no luck on Twitter either. Stupid Robot Fighting League. Hello, good to have you on. If you create a well-documented sales page for a product on a subdomain, from your experience, it's better to publish products as articles or as pages for a better conversion. Static products should probably be pages, I'd have thought, or they should be products, and you should use something like WooCommerce. If you're going to have like a landing page, then that should definitely just be a page. CD says my site got about 800 visits last month without any advertising. Is that good? I'd say that's pretty good. What have you been doing? Where are they coming from? Success Rollercoaster says any niche website ideas? Yeah. Have you got any? Have you got any passions or any idea anywhere you want to start? One way would be to go and look at some other affiliate sites and try and get some ideas from them. But if you want me to roll some ideas off the top of my head, then we could do some brainstorming together as a group for niche ideas if you like. But give us a sector to start with, and we'll see what we can come up with. Success Rollercoaster says I should do an interview with Income School like Doug did. Maybe I should. I'll get in touch. David says, do I recommend Storefront over Kingdom theme these days? No, I still recommend Kingdom. I think Kingdom's got a lot more functionality than Storefront. Interestingly, I want to do some more with Storefront, and it is very limited because it's a free theme. So I'm going to have to buy their bundle of extra stuff, which makes Storefront a similar price to Kingdom. Beer Shirts is loading now. How strange. I'll go back to the question regarding the new in. If I can log in. I think it's going to work. So, it's a good question. I can't see it now. Must be on here somewhere. I should go back and watch the video I made. It's still being a little bit slow, the site. It's not loading. We'll come back to it. Richard says, for an Amazon affiliate site with blog, do you recommend, for an Amazon affiliate shop site with blog, do you recommend email opt-ins with an autoresponder? And if so, which one do you recommend? And is a domain email necessary? Yeah, I would recommend it if you can. It's always good to build a list because then you can send out emails with affiliate links in. Obviously, your autoresponder needs to have something of value, a reason for people to sign up. So try and think of something that you can give away for free or some really good information, that kind of thing. I would recommend MailChimp. I've used MailChimp before. It does all that stuff. It's free until you get to a certain level of email addresses and signups. And yeah, you probably are going to need a domain email for that. But with your hosting, you should have some email. So you should be fine. Yeah, Matt says error establishing a database connection. Yeah, that is the error on beer shirts. I need to get that fixed. So I will do that. It's no good promoting it and all that kind of stuff if the site's not working very well. I don't know what it is. I don't think I've installed any plugins or anything recently. I've done something to break it. Tim says, have I ever bought traffic for my sites? Yeah. I bought traffic from Facebook and from Google AdWords. They're my two main ones. I wouldn't buy any traffic from, Fiverr or anything like that. I'd use a proper advertising platform. Seems I have a DDoS attack on the Beer Shirts website. Maybe I do. It's kind of up and down at the moment. That could be it. I've obviously really pissed someone off. Maybe what I'll do is I could fire up a HostGator chat while I'm on the stream and let's just see what they say. Wouldn't that be fun? Let's do it. We can test out HostGator support. Oh no, but I have to put information in. Here we go. Keep the questions coming anyway. I'm just going to log in and see if I can. They'll be able to tell me if it's having an attack, I'm sure. Tech support description is I've got website issues. Here we go. Start chat. Should be connected to an agent in 5 minutes. So here we go. Let's wait and see. I'll try and keep it where I can see it. I always miss that with the live chat. I, join the queue and then do something else and completely forget about it. Anyway, where have you all gone? Yeah, Matt says it's working again. It's up and down. So more questions. Okay, Ian, sorry. Yeah, let's get back on your thread. I've not used Access Press Store, but I'm sure there is a way to hide the slider on your blog page. Have you checked all the theme options? If not, you could probably use a little bit of CSS to hide it. If it's a premium theme, then maybe just drop the developer a quick message and they should be able to help you out. The Furman says, can I do a video about Google Analytics? What to look for, please? Yeah, I can. But generally, you want to look at a few key stats. So obviously, the amount of traffic you're getting is important. You also want to look in the acquisition section to see where that traffic's coming from. And within there, you can drill down so you can see, the terms that are coming up on Google, that kind of thing. You want to look at pages per visit and bounce rate. That gives you an idea of the engagement. So how good the traffic is. If people are clicking around, that's normally a good sign. But yeah, I'll have a look at Google Analytics, see if I can put a video together. Jen says, when I build a site for a client, do you build it as a subdomain to your own main site and then copy it over to a client's domain when finished? What I tend to do is I set it up on the hosting that they're going to be on. So create their account, that kind of stuff. And generally with hosting, you get a preview URL. So it'll be, something that they give you. For example, on WP Engine, it's the username or whatever of the client and then .wpengine.com. And then I build it just on there and I send that link to the client. I make sure that it's not indexed by search engines. There's a little option in the in the WordPress settings under reading, and you can stop search engines coming in. And then when we're ready to go live with WP Engine, there's a very simple process that you just go through to set it live. With other hosting, sometimes you have to do kind of a database lookup to replace the URL. But yeah, generally I put it on the live hosting, but just don't point the domain until we're ready to go. I.e. point their domain. Hope that makes sense. Thanks, Luke. Oh, hang on. My HostGator support has just kicked in. That didn't take long, did it? Let's ask them a question. Sitebeershirts.co.uk is not working. It's up and down. Get database connection error and other stuff. Loop, something like that. Success Rollercoaster says, do I use Dashlane? That's very personal, but yes, I do. Please don't hack me. Did you see it then when I shared my desktop or something? David says, is it worth getting SSL for a standard affiliate site? Yeah. It definitely is. Sites with SSL tend to rank better. Aurelia says SSL is mandatory since last year. I don't think SSL is mandatory. It's just a good thing to have. Richard says HostGator chat support is not that bright. I have better luck on the phone. Okay, we'll see. They've not fixed it yet, so we'll see. They've said, "How am I today?" I'm fine, but my site's not working. FLT 1979 says, "I'm working on my site, but I discovered today that it looks good on Google Chrome, but it looks all messed up on Internet Explorer and Edge. Have you ever had this problem before?" Yeah, all the time. It's a nightmare. To be fair, I've never really tested my sites on Internet Explorer, but I have had problems with clients in the past that have said, "Oh, my site doesn't look very good on Internet Explorer." It's a bit of a nightmare. Depends on the theme you're running. You can generally get help from the theme developers on that issue. But yeah, it's just a nightmare. I don't know why that is. Internet Explorer is a pain. It just says, "Is there anything related to sports betting I can do? I really want it related to betting on sports. Kindly help. Please give some 2 to 3 minutes on it." A couple of ideas on that one. So you could have a voucher site where you get a load of affiliate coupons, which I'm sure are easy to get from betting sites and that kind of thing. And you just basically put them all together so people can get the best, value when they sign up for a betting site. Maybe it's a free bet, that kind of thing. That'd be one way of doing it. Although I think that is quite competitive. Another way would be to focus on a particular sport and maybe offer tips or advice, information, that kind of stuff. You obviously need to do your research and know a little bit about it. Then within your sports site, you could offer links to betting sites, that kind of thing. There are 2 ideas off the top of my head. I hope that helps. Jen says, "Don't you worry that the client might log you out of the website and then not pay you the final fee?" I've never worried about that, and it's never happened. I generally wouldn't give them any passwords or anything that they didn't need until the site was live. So I wouldn't give them an admin password. If the site is behind a maintenance mode or something like that, I might give them just a simple login. In WordPress, there's different roles, so they could just be subscribe or whatever, and you could let them in that way. But no, I've never had a problem with clients nicking the sites. Generally, they need you anyway. To nick the site off you, unless you're falling out with them, then you're probably going to see it coming. But there's no reason why they do that, because they then have a site that they don't know what they're doing with and all that kind of stuff. Okay, HostGator are checking out the site. Dr. Zzz, "I'm counting on most of my link clicks coming from video descriptions in YouTube. I'm just making a site to get approval from Amazon. Does Amazon count click differently based on their source?" No, but you have to be careful. They don't like you linking directly from social media. I don't know if that includes YouTube. But for example, if you post an Amazon affiliate link straight onto Facebook, you can get into trouble, and they know that you're sending stuff from Facebook because they can see it in the logs. So you probably want to link to a website, your website from YouTube, and then obviously link off from Amazon. Link to Amazon from your site. You can use cards as well on YouTube to promote links. Dominic says, "For an internet site, do you know any plugins that allow employees to book time off? It would need to be able to stop booking time off if it clashes with someone else." A while back, and I'm talking a good while back, so it could be over a year, I did a video on a calendar plugin, which I think had that sort of functionality. So go over to Code Canyon and do a search for some calendar stuff, and you'll probably find a plugin that will do that. Success Rollercoaster says, "What do you think about CJ affiliates?" I think they're fine. I've used Commission Junction before. It all depends on the merchants that you need. There's a good choice on there, but they're in certain niches. David says, "It was useful chat. He has to go to work now." Oh, David. Hope it goes okay. Thanks for coming. Thanks for joining us. Richard says, what are your thoughts on building a web server and hosting your own sites? I wouldn't do that. Sounds like too much hassle. Yeah, I've never thought of that. I'm not that techie and I can't be bothered. And, you'd have to have it hosted in a data center. You couldn't really have it at home. And it would end up costing a lot more, I think, in the long run. You're probably better just to hire someone else and let the professionals do it. Hello, Pascal. Jay Castagana, how do you create content easily with the products you advertise from Amazon? Is there a magical formula? Maybe there isn't a magical formula, I'm afraid. I've done a few videos on how to create content. You really need to. There is a bit of a formula. You need to think of a certain sort of article. So it could be a how-to, it could be a review. You can always resort to lists. They kind of write themselves pretty much. You make a list of certain types of products, then you write a little bit of blurb about each one and put them together in a list, and before you know it, you've got quite a good article. But yeah, there's no kind of magic formula. Just look at what some of the other big sites are doing and try and kind of mimic that. So you'll see that a lot of them have reviews and how-to guides, and they're very detailed and structured, and they include lots of different bits of media, as I was saying earlier. So there isn't any magic formula. There is never a magic formula or button generally. There's always work involved and research and trying stuff out. Ian says, I did a Google or a Goggle page speed test on a new WordPress installation. 0 content added and 1 plugin, and I still only scored 42. Mobile on 50 PC. Why would that score so bad, considering it was an untouched site? Who's that hosted with? And a kind of default WordPress installation does not tick all of Google PageSpeed boxes. So, for example, it doesn't have compression enabled. It doesn't have browser caching enabled, which is why it's never going to score particularly well, because there's a lot of optimization that needs to be done to WordPress in order to get it scoring high. Success Rollercoaster, everyone's asking him about. He's made a comment earlier about you'll get banned from Amazon if you use direct links. Yeah, basically they want you to do links from your website. So if you start posting links in other places, like emails and like social media, they don't like it. So that's why all your links should really point to articles or products and things on your website, and then your affiliate links come off from there. Also, getting people on your site is a good thing because you can do other things. You can show them other adverts. You can collect their email address, that kind of stuff. Richard, yeah, with regard to your server, there's some things when it comes to business. There's only so many hours in the day, and I find this a problem. There's not enough hours in the day. So you want to focus on the stuff that's going to make you money and the stuff that you need to work on. So it's going to be setting up your site. It's going to be creating content. And maybe you might even outsource that. But generally, if you can outsource stuff, so like your hosting and that kind of thing, you don't want to be doing that yourself. You don't want to have a server and have the worry of that. You want to just, give that to someone else, pay, the money, and just let it do its thing, and you focus on your business. Islam says, I want to send my site to you to see what I should do more in it. Plus, I add next button, but it's not good, not appear good. I don't think you can post links. You might have to just kind of type it out. Oh, so HostGate have come back and said they've tried to access the site and it's working fine. What are you guys getting? I'm getting error 504. It seems to work for them, which is a bit annoying. No problem, Jen. It's fine. David, yeah, I wondered if you're working the night shift. So yeah, you're in Australia. Good to have you on. I bet it's a bit warmer there. It's freezing cold here at the moment. Marcel says, is there anywhere some standard pages for FAQ, privacy policy, terms and conditions for Amazon affiliate sites? I want to create this page on my website, but I want some inspiration. Yeah, just do a search. You'll find some. There's none that I can point you to directly. I always just Google it, and I not often find enough to inspire me. You can always do a search for like generic privacy policy and that kind of stuff. Okay, HostGator want me to try it over a different browser. Still not working. Okay, where do we get to? Amar says, do you recommend to buy backlinks? No, I wouldn't recommend buying backlinks. It's a bit of a no-no in SEO. Any good resource you have maybe used to outsource content creation? Excuse me, I'm getting a little warm. I'm sitting next to the radiator. I did a video on this. The last video I did, in fact, I'm using a company called TextBullet. They seem okay. A few people have commented that they're a bit expensive. Maybe they are. So if you don't want to pay, I think I'm paying like $50 an article or something. If you want to pay a bit less than that, then it's worth going over to Upwork and trying to find your own writers, negotiating a price with them. E-boy, hello. Motivational videos, hello. Good to have you on from Morocco. Is TextBroker a good source for content outsourcing? I don't know. I've never used TextBroker. What is a good place for artist templates for WordPress? You'll find some good themes on ThemeForest that will be for artists. Or you can just use a more generic theme and just make it a bit more arty using your own design skills. Luke says, I'm down the road from you in Clophill. I know Clophill. Do I do one-to-one mentoring? I'm afraid I don't. Not right now. I'm not doing any projects for anyone else. I'm just focusing on my own stuff. Sorry. Okay. So HostGator have now come back and said they've got an issue on their network. I thought it'd be something like that. They're going to fix it and let me know. Fair enough. Send me a link to yeah, there is a problem. Oh well, at least they know about it. Okay. Richard says Rocket Lawyer offers a 7-day free trial. They generate the privacy policy and terms and conditions. You can download them, cancel them, and use them as template. Okay, good tip. I'll close the HostGator chat now. Let's make you the main attraction again. So Islam has shared his site. Richard has said maybe you shouldn't do that because someone might nick it, but I'm sure you guys won't. Let me see if I can load it up. What after if? It's a good name. Okay, so you've gone for the viral site. Let's, I'm going to share if that's okay. Is that okay? Let me know in the chat and I'll share in a second. Although you've just shared your URL, so anyone can go and have a look. So what the heck? Let's share. Oh, where's the button? Here we go. Okay, so yeah, the site looks really good. You're using the theme that I can't remember its name now. Whatever I do in the viral site. Bimba, that's it, Bimba. You obviously need to add your ads, and there's nothing coming across the top here, which would be the latest and the hot and stuff like that. Logo looks really good. Looks nice. I mean, the thing you're going to need to drive this is going to be social media. You know, build up a good Facebook page, and if you can do advanced mobile pages, which is something I'm going to maybe do a video on, that would work really well as well. But yeah, it's a good site. Good luck with it. Pascal says, Mukesh says Bluehost or TMD. I've not used either, so I can't say which one you should use. Pascal says, I understand Google Exact Match domain filter is used to prevent poor quality sites from ranking well. But what they mean by poor quality, like no WooCommerce, no shop. No, they just mean sites that are very thin on content, that maybe have spammy content, that have content they've copied from other sites, just sites that aren't very good. I mean, you know a site that's good and you know a site that's not so good. So sites that load quickly, they're good sites. And I say sites with good content and that, you know, provide a bit of value. It doesn't have anything to do whether you've got a shop or anything. Helen's laughing at the HostGator answer. It's fair enough. I mean, I thought it was a problem with the network. I mean, as I say, I hadn't done anything to the site, so there's no reason why it wasn't working. End of the day, HostGator must have quite a few servers that they've got to worry about. Okay, Jen says Google Page Insights is known to be a nightmare. It is a nightmare. From what I've read, these page speed sites are good. GT metrics and web page test. Yeah. Generally, you know when your site is fast. And you can get obsessed with Google page speed. I mean, you know, trying to get that 100% score or whatever, it's impossible. But as long as your pages are loading quickly, that's all you've got to worry about. Tom says, do you need to add a full address to disclaimer? What about a privacy? It doesn't feel good sending my address into the world. You don't need to do that. I don't think you need to add your full address. Don't worry about sending your address into the world. It's already out there. I'd have thought. I know mine is. Moathwan. Again, my pronunciation, I do apologize if it's wrong. I'm very new at this and I paid a website builder to create my website, but it takes them 3 to 5 days to make changes on my site. It's expensive. I'm wondering what options I have to change this. Depends on what your website's built in. If it's WordPress, then you can just say, could I have a login for my site? I'm going to do it myself, and you could easily learn it and make some changes yourself. If it's something else, the worst case scenario is that it's like a custom build that they've done, then you might struggle. The Wandering Photographer says, spin rewriter, any thoughts? Use them very carefully because they can make your content all gibberish. You're best off creating real content, honestly. Spinning products using Wozone is not so bad. But again, use it very sparingly. Don't have it turned up too high. And you might want to just give the products a quick skim to make sure that it makes sense. Salao says, where can I get an AdSense account for sale? I don't know. Maybe Flipper? Don't know. E-Boy says, what plan do you recommend for a small biz? What do you mean, on HostGator or somewhere? Success, can you review my website live? I can do if you want me to. What's the address? The Cat Tree Lags? I don't know. Share the site and I'll have a look at it. Daniel says, how's your Zombie Merc site? I want to make a similar site with an Unleash. Zombie Merc's fine. It's exactly the same sort of site as Boot Boutique. However, the niche is a dud. There's nothing going on. So I wouldn't recommend doing zombie stuff. But as a site, it's fine. Ethan says, what do I know about starting an opt-in page? It's just a very simple page with lots of clear information, bullet points. You're going to want testimonials. You're going to want clear calls to action. You're going to want to maybe add some urgency with a timer. You also want a nice, clear opt-in box hooked up to MailChimp or something like that. Tom says, German law. Is it? Can you just use a mailing address or something? We're talking about putting your address on your site. Ian says, one of your videos, you give out the code to increase WP memory to 138 meg. I think it's actually 128 meg. Can you not make that number higher for better performance? You can do, but generally 128 is fine. You don't want to overdo it because you're on shared hosting, and if you start hogging too much memory, then they might not like it. Generally 128 meg should be plenty. Daniel says, Xtheme is great for building a good site. Yeah, it is. I like Xtheme. I'm building a site with it now for a client. Matthew says, how long did it take you until you got your first consistently profitable affiliate site? It took about 6 months, I think. My first site that went really well was a site called 101 Best WordPress Themes, or 101 Best WordPress Themes. It's still up if you go check it out. This was quite a while ago, and basically what I was doing is just doing articles about WordPress themes, lists, the top 10 best themes for photographers, top 10 best themes for graphic designers, that kind of thing. And yeah, it went really well. I then paid an SEO company to do some stuff, which they did, and they got me ranking really, really well. And then the earnings, and these were earnings from Invator, and they don't pay out particularly well. They got quite serious. But then Google did an update. I think it might have been the Penguin or the Panda or one of them. And yeah, the SEO stuff that those guys did had a negative effect on the site, and it got de-indexed. And yeah, the earnings went down to zero. But you live and learn. Tom says, what about a post box address? Is that enough? I don't see why not. Success roller coaster. What is the domain? I mean, I know you can't type dots. Is it cattree.lax or cattrelax.com? Is it? Let's see. I think it might be. Is it this one? Let me see if I can share. This menu was down. Is it always down? Oh, I like your pop-up. Though you've got to be careful with them. Google's not too keen on them anymore. They don't like them. Be careful. You're sometimes better having, what you've got along the bottom here. It's not as intrusive. I like your menu. What theme is this? Kingdom. I've not used Kingdom in this kind of layout before. There is going to be a new Kingdom video coming soon. I need to spend some time with it because they've been doing lots of work on it, which is a good thing. But yeah, I'm a little bit behind on what it can do. But yeah, it's looking good. So what you got in the blog? Let's have a look. I think your logo might be a little bit big, personally, because there's a lot of space. I think it might look a little bit better if you just brought it down so that it's not pushing the menu down. You see, when it gets to a certain size, it starts pushing that down. So that is probably about right. What do you think? Okay, so you got some content. That's a great image there. It's looking good. Where are you getting the content from? Are you writing it yourself? All the logos look nice. Your AdSense is showing. You're doing oh, I thought that was going to take me to you've got a lot of pop-ups going on, that's what I will say. And it could piss people off. Just my one thought. So you could use Facebook ads to build up your social media a bit more. You know, target people that like cats. If you can get a very specific article, a bit like I did with the beer Star Wars, you could target people, you know, really specifically. But yeah, keep going. Well done. Can I ask if you've made any money on it yet? While you're answering that, let me let me go back through some more questions. So what sort of plans and ambitions have I got for my business this year? Okay. I want to do more videos. I want to up the rate. I'm not going to do any more client stuff, so that's going to hopefully give me some more time. I want to build WP Eagle up, the website wpeagle.com, into something a bit more. I'm considering whether I do some sort of membership thing possibly, and we have like a private club, limited members, and I do offer some sort of coaching sort of thing maybe. Yeah, and also getting involved in other stuff. As you know, I'm into crypto a little bit, cryptocurrencies, so I've got some bits and bobs bubbling away with that. Yeah, spend more time with my family, that kind of thing. I haven't really sat down and made any solid plans or goals. I find January a bit of a depressing time, so I'm probably going to wait more towards spring before I really kind of focus on what I want to do, because I find it a bit of a better time to do it when the sun's starting to come out and everyone's feeling a bit more optimistic. The firm says, am I considering refreshing the 101 theme site with new content, or is it dead forever? I'm probably going to leave it. I don't know if that domain is tarnished now. I did try and resurrect it, but it's not. I've got the other site, Best WP Themes, I think it is. Can't remember the one I did in the tutorial. It is Best WP Themes, which is similar to that site. So if I was going to do anything, I'd focus on that. Is the site still there? Let me see if I can find it. I think it was bestwpthemes.info. I'm creating so many sites in the tutorials, I actually lose track. I need a spreadsheet or something. Yeah, bestwpthemes.info is a very similar site, so I'd probably focus on that. Again, it's lacking content. So yeah, my other ambition for this year is to get my affiliate sites, all the ones that I've done in the tutorials, because I've got so many of them, to get those, you know, working properly. So I'm going to take on an assistant or something to work on those for me. Muntasir says, just a good theme for a blog type site, please. You're fine with 2015 or 2016. We'll just go to Theme Forest and check the magazine section. There's loads on there. You can use X theme as well as a magazine theme, which I've done before. That can work really well. I think using the icon stack, top of my head. Am I planning a training on how to advertise on Google? I mean, the new carousel image ads that pops up at the top of search engines, very clicky. That would be great training, right? Yeah, I could do that. Are you talking about the shopping ads? Charles says there was a zombie photo app for sale on Flipper the other day for $1.99. I thought of you. You can promote it on Zombie Bank. I could do. Thanks for thinking of me. But I say Zombie Merc is one of the sites that isn't doing anything at all. The firm in the UK says, how much compression do you apply to JPEG images for product shots? It's 100 kilobytes the recommended average. How about using PNG for general images? You should really use JPEG because they're smaller, though PNG are useful if you need transparency. I kind of balance compression. I think on Fireworks, whatever, when I export, it's like 80%, something like that. Obviously, you want to maintain a reasonable quality. Aaron says, how much do I make on Boot Boutique a month now? It's about $130. So, it's nearly 9 o'clock here. We're nearly going for an hour. Iron Genetics says, do you have the problem on your WooZone site that sometimes products get into the product trash? Yeah, this is a problem. That generally is a problem. If there's a problem, I've said the word problem a lot there. There's a problem with your keys. So maybe you've been rejected by Amazon. Failing that, it can be if for whatever reason the API can't connect. Now, there is a setting within WooZone. I think it might be under the bugs section. There's a bugs section, isn't there, in the WooZone settings? You might have seen it. In there is an option where you can set the number of times for it to fail before it does that. So you could set it to like 3 or 4 times so that then if there is like a blip and for whatever reason it can't connect to do the sync, it won't just stick them all in the trash. If your keys are working fine, then you should just better restore them all. But yeah, it's generally when it can't for whatever reason sync with Amazon because WooZone tries to synchronize every single night to update prices and that kind of thing. Young Entrepreneur says, can you take a look at my website, toyhouse.co.uk? Yeah, why not? I guess that's toy-house.co.uk. Yeah. And let's see if I can share that. Here we go. It's been a bit slow, although everything seems to be being slow on my computer tonight. I don't know if it's just me. I think it might be. I'm normally plugged in on the cable, but I'm not tonight. That could be why. Here we go. You're very obvious on the affiliate aspects. I don't know if you want to be. I guess you could be. I've actually got some videos that Doug sent me that I'm just looking at that I may put on the channel. And he talks about he goes through a site actually where they've done that. You got the pop-up, looks nice. As said on the previous site, be careful. Do some research. I'm not sure, but I think Google doesn't like these anymore. So it could affect your search engine rankings. It's looking nice. The color scheme's very bright. I'm wondering if this text might look clearer if it was white. I don't know why. I was going to change it to white to see what happens, but for some reason there's no styles coming up. Let me just refresh. But yeah, nice site. Let's have a look at a product or category. You got a sales section. That's good. Oh, you're going straight through to Amazon. I wasn't expecting that. Fair enough. You're cooking me. But you might want to check out my speed videos because your site is a little bit slow, but that could just be me. So if it's just me, then ignore that. But yeah, as you can see, it's taking a little while to load. Come on. Is it going to come back? Is it my internet? Is it the internet? I don't know what it is. Ooh. Are you on HostGator? I think they could be having a few issues tonight. Let me just refresh. Oh, here we go. We're back. That was strange. Yeah, everything's looking good. Got your sign up box there. That's good. You could probably add a couple of extra things to those columns. Yeah, I'm not sure that the black is working as a font color on top of the colors, colored backgrounds. But for whatever reason, I can't edit your CSS. See what it looks like in white, but it might be worth trying. Oh, hang on. It's just being a little bit slow. So that was the wrong button. White. Engine, is it? Maybe it's this color. Yeah. I don't know. What do you think? Could do, but you'd want to make sure that these had a background color or they had a different font. But nice site. And again, maybe the logo is a tad too big because it's touching the navigation. So it might be worth just bringing it down a little bit. Although maybe that's too small. Maybe about that big, but with a little bit of white space at the bottom. Like that. Not too much. But yeah, good site. Keep going. Let's have a look at your content. I'm guessing that's in review. Only a little bit of content so far, but yeah, reviews are a great way to go. That probably needs to be a little bit longer. But keep up the good work. It's really starting to come together. Okay, we'll go for a few more minutes. Yeah, I do have a million tabs open. I'm sorry. Let me close a few of these tabs. It's a problem of mine. Hopefully I didn't close you guys, which I've done before. We're still on. We're still live. So let's just have a look. We've had a peak concurrent user base tonight of 51, which off the top of my head seems really good. I think that's higher than before, is it? It's around the record. Maybe the record was 57, or was it 47? But yeah, that's great. It's good to have you all on tonight. Thanks for joining me. So yeah, Pascal's just quite clarifying. Yes, shopping ads. Yeah, I can do a tutorial on how you can run shopping ads, but you want to be careful that you're not spending too much. They're not always that cheap. Daniel says all those browser tabs make me nervous. Your poor memory and CPU. Yeah, I do wonder why the fan is always on. FLT says, what makes the website so slow? Mine is horrible. I keep trying to get it to work. There's a number of things you can do. Check out a couple of videos I've got on the channel. But you want to add some caching plugins. You want to make sure your server memory is at least 128 meg. Remove any plugins you're not using. Make sure you haven't got too many products. You know, if you import thousands of products into WooCommerce using WooZone, that can really slow your site down. Hosting does make a big difference. You know, I recommend HostGator because they are a budget host and they offer a reasonable service. But you know, if you want something a bit faster and you've got quite a lot of stuff on your site, you might want to upgrade to one of their higher packages, or even consider a professional, proper kind of host like WP Engine that are just WordPress focused and just focused on performance rather than just offering it at a good price. Makes a big difference. But yeah, I've done a couple of videos on that, and I've done a video where I actually moved the site from HostGator to WP Engine, so you can see the difference. Oh, Ian says it's a new record. The record was 47. Yeah, I knew it had a 7. I was thinking whether it was 57 or 47. So great. Yeah, that's good. 51 people shared their time with me this evening or this morning, whatever time zone you're in. Tom says, I built my site from scratch, only learning for you within 1 week. Have you shared it with us? tomsolid.com/welcome. Okay. I see you, Tom. Don't worry. There's a lot of chat that goes by, and I do miss it. Miss some of the messages. See if we can get it loading. Wow. Let me share this. Okay, a nice little pop up there. Wow. So what's it all about? Let me see. It's all about taking notes and that kind of stuff. That's a good niche, very specific. I'm not familiar with this theme, but I'm glad I inspired you to use WordPress anyway. And yeah, I can see that you've got all the different apps on here. You've got some really cool kind of rating stuff going on. You've added some videos. Really good, really good. Lots of details about the different apps. Really good site. How's it working for you? Any traffic yet? You inspired me to do, I'm going to make a note of your site because I might do a tutorial around that sort of site. Obviously not your niche, but that kind of review sort of site. I'm just making a note. CD, are you retracted your message? Kenrick, how often should we post articles on our blog for Google to rank more website? Probably as frequently as you can, at least once a week, if not twice a week. Until you start getting rank, and then you can decrease the frequency if you want. Bailey, good to have you on. We can have a look at your site if you want. Beauty for today. Is that .com? Yep. Oh, it's looking good. I'll share. The beauty is probably quite a competitive niche, but that's not always a problem if you can add some good content. Your site is looking good. Nice and clean. I like the use of white. Nice logo. Let's have a look at your blog. So this looks like good content. Are you writing this yourself? Probably not quite long enough. So yeah, it's good to have products in it, but maybe compare different products, go into more detail, take it step by step, use images, maybe even make a video. But it's a great start. Keep working at it. And yeah, the site is looking really nice. Lovely color scheme. Hello, OO. Hagel, have you or will you do a video on embedding an Excel spreadsheet in a WordPress webpage? I could do that. Sounds quite tricky though. You might want to use Google Docs. They have a spreadsheet thing, and I think you can embed straight from there. Just get a bit of code, copy and paste it. Tom says he's getting around 300 visitors a day. That's good. You're growing a good community on YouTube. Yeah, YouTube is a great way to build a community and yeah, drive traffic to websites. Denise says we have an affiliate site now. How do we get free traffic? Take a look at some of the videos on my site. There's loads of them about getting traffic, but you want to start doing some SEO, so going through and optimizing all the pages on your site. You want to keep creating content and then maybe sharing that on social media. You want to think about a guest post or two. So that's building a relationship with other sites that complement your niche, and then giving them a great piece of content for them to use on their site, which would include a link back to your site. Because then once you start building up some links, hopefully you'll start ranking on Google and get some free traffic that way. Denise says, how do we maintain it? That's a good question. Maintaining it generally means updating the plugins, making sure that your products are all up to date, adding new products, adding new content. It's a good idea for a video, actually. Site maintenance. I'm probably going to do one on that soon, because Boot Boutique, as I said, needs some work on it. So maybe I'll record what I do on that site so you get an idea of maintenance stuff. FLT says, how long do we have to get sales on our Amazon affiliate site before Amazon shuts us down for no sales? I think it's 90 days. I think so. So let's go for another 10 minutes. Why not? So where was I? Islam said I should come and visit Egypt. I should. I'd love to come and see Egypt. Luke says, I've started my first site, isn't finished. Please, it's I Spy Tech. Is that .uk? I'll have a look. It's .co.uk. Let's try that. Oh, yeah. Oh, you're following the rehab one. That's cool. Let's let me just share that. So it's a price comparison site all around tech. That's good. Be careful you don't stretch anyone's logos like that. HP won't like that if they see that. I can tell you that. So try not to skew or change anyone's logos. You're cool using logos, that's fine generally, but if you mess around with them, they don't like it. Your products are looking good, although you probably don't want to have best value on all of them. Just use the flashes a bit. But yeah, let's have a look at one of your products. Oh, yeah, looking good. So yeah, it's looking really good. Keep going. The rehab site is a bit of work. It's a lot more work than using Kingdom and WooZone, but you know, it's more complex. It's price comparison, but looks really good. Well done. Keep us up to date on how it's going. Dr. Zuz, how long or how soon after being rejected can we reapply? You can reapply straight away, but obviously you're going to need to make some changes to your site for whatever reason you were rejected. So if they said, you know, you haven't got enough content, you need to have more content, you know, or whatever they said, you're going to have to work on. So I'd give it a week or two so they at least think that you've done some changes and done some work. Denise says, if you have clicks but not sales, does Amazon still shut you down? I think they might do. But if you're getting clicks, then a sale is just around the corner. I'm sure of it. Because even if someone doesn't buy a product you're recommending, you have cookied them with a 90-day cookie. So even if they go back to Amazon and buy something else, you should be lucky enough to get a commission. Shake says, which products will go viral in Amazon affiliate? I don't know the answer to that. If I did, then I'd be promoting them right now. LOL Universe. Well, thank you for your tips. No problem. I wanted to ask you if you have any advice or ideas for people who have an extraordinary organization talent. I don't know. I'd like to get some of it. Share some of your talent by sharing how you become so organized, because I'm terrible at being organized. Or help people like me that aren't organized. Ian says they'll shut you down if you don't make sales. I'm afraid they can do, Ian. Not always. Lance, hello. You just joined. You're a little bit late. We're coming to the end. But good to have you here anyway. I think because we're all in different time zones, maybe the start time is a bit confusing. It's generally 8 o'clock UK time, which if you go to a world clock app or something, you'll be able to work out what that is where you are. The firm says you do get some cracking and weird questions in the live stream. What were the weird questions? Oh, the which products will go viral? Yeah, that is a bit of a weird question. If I knew the answer to that, yeah, I'd be a rich man, and of course I'd share it with you as well. That says yes. So just join Just Designing approved. Sorry, just got approved for Merck by Amazon. Are you designing your beer shirts for your website, or is it just your site, just an affiliate website? It's just an affiliate website. But maybe I could design some cool beer shirts or shirts. You know, it's something I've thought about, but I'm no graphic designer, so I would need a designer to help me. Where do I get the lava lamp? Turn the light off. Might be able to see it better. It's quite bright. I've had the lava lamp for ages. It's a Mathmos, which are made in the UK, made in England. And yeah, it's a Mathmos rocket thing. Don't know what they call it. But yeah, I've had it for ages and ages. In fact, this was my wife's one. I don't know what happened to mine. Michael says, if I start a niche site and write 30 articles, should I publish them one at a time or get them all written first and publish them all at once? I would put them out over a period of time. You don't want to just dump them all in your site in one go. Put them out every other day or every week, and then also share them on social media. Give you something to share over a long period of time. So yeah, just drip them out over a few days or weeks. CD says, thanks, it's been a treat. I'm glad you could join us. What's my stance on deathmatch bagpipes? Now, that is a real weird question. I don't know what deathmatch bagpipes is, but it sounds interesting. Jen says you can design t-shirts for your Spreadshirt. Yeah, you can. I've not really checked it out much, though. Mathos says, what is your go-to way to find a profitable niche? It's doing plenty of keyword research. It's going as specific as I possibly can, so drilling right down within a niche. So I was looking at some videos that Doug's prepared for me, which I will be uploading very soon once I've just done a quick edit and stuff on them. But in one of those, he's going through a site that's all about microphones. And within microphones, there's microphones like this one. There's loads of different niches. So there's microphones for YouTube, there's microphones for outside broadcasting, and then off there's all the microphone accessories. So you could have a site that's not actually around microphones, but around just the accessories like stands and these things and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, be really specific. Then you just got to try it. I mean, that's the way you find a profitable niche. There is no kind of real rule of thumb, and you're never going to be 100% until you actually do it, build the site, promote the site, add content to the site, and then you'll see through your earnings which ones are profitable and which ones are not, and then you can maybe not spend too much time on the ones that aren't. Like I've got this, that situation now. Boot Boutique is really profitable, works really well, which is ladies' boots, which is not actually that specific as a niche, but it's working well. I have chosen some quite specific brands for that site, to be fair. Then I've got Zombie Merc, which isn't doing so well. To be fair, I didn't research that niche at all. And then in between, I've got beer shirts and stuff like that, which are kind of doing okay. And they will do better when I do more work. But yeah, you got to try stuff out. Hey, Doug's here. I was just talking about you. Good to have you on. Yeah, I was just saying that you've sent me some videos and they should be on the channel soon. I've just got to watch them and stuff. And we need to catch up as well. So yeah, Ian says there's 49 people here and only 19 likes. Never mind. If you did like tonight's stream, then then yeah, do leave a like. If you didn't like it, you can leave a dislike. That's fine too. But maybe leave a comment and let me know why you didn't like it. That would help me. So I said we'll go for 10 minutes. I'm going to go for another 10 more minutes because there is like 50 of you on right now, which is great. And I don't want to cut you all off. So 10 more minutes. I'm going to finish at 9:30 UK time. So that's, yeah, another 10 minutes. Let me see if I can find the chat. I have closed a lot of my tabs, you'll be pleased to know. Success roller coaster. How long have you been doing affiliate marketing and what were your learning resources? I've been doing affiliate marketing for 3 years now, 4 years maybe. But I have been dabbling in it before then, and before then I've been running my own businesses and that kind of stuff and selling WordPress sites. My learning resources were just the internet, YouTube, forums like Warrior Forum, and talking to people on that, and just testing stuff out and just doing stuff. I didn't spend too much time, watching YouTube videos. Once I saw a video that inspired me and gave me kind of a rough idea what I needed to do, I'd just get on and do it and just learn by making mistakes and failing. But yeah, I never really. I tell you, I did spend some money on different courses. Some were good. I don't know if they're still out. I can't remember the name. Even remember the name of the site now. I think it was like Niche Site something. It had a similar name to Doug's course. That was quite a good one. But yeah, generally I just used YouTube and forums and stuff like that. Michael says, what's a good word count per article? I thought 2,000 to 3,000 words, but I have people telling me 7,000 would be better. The longer, the better. It's always going to be the way. I mean, the more rich content you add to an article, so you add videos, you add bullet points, you add tables, you add detailed reviews or descriptions or information, the better it's going to be. I mean, bare minimum is probably 1,000. But yeah, if you can produce a 7,000 word article that's of good quality, it's going to get a lot of traction. People are going to want to link to it. People are going to want to share it. It's going to do your site a huge favor. John says he likes it, but he's only been here 30 seconds. You don't have to like the video. You don't have to. I'm still getting a couple of dislikes on pretty much every video I put up. I do wonder who they are and why they dislike my videos. I mean, I think someone once said that a good judge of your success. In fact, I think it was Marilyn Manson actually who said this, that he doesn't just judge his success by people who like him, he judges his success by people who don't like him. Ian says it was 30 by the time he had read my post. I'll take my commissions later. If only there was money to be made on YouTube likes. To be fair, they do have an effect. They're part of the ranking algorithm, so the more likes a video's got, and dislikes maybe, the more it appears on YouTube. Thanks, David, for the kind words. I'm glad you appreciate what I'm doing. Mia says, what do you think about Shopify dropshipping? You should take a look at my other channel, which I will put a link to in the chat. Got some videos on dropshipping. It didn't work for me. I tried it. I didn't make any money. I didn't try very hard, to be fair. I only tried it for a very short period of time. It's something that I'm going to go back to, and I'm going to do a dropshipping shop using WordPress rather than Shopify. So I think it can work. I think there's a lot of work involved to get it working. I think affiliate marketing is easier, less hassle. But yeah, I think if you get dropshipping right, you can earn quite a lot of money. Doug says, yeah, 1,000 words is minimum for him. Then you can always add to it to fill it out a bit more. If you aim for 7K off the bat, that's going to be hard because that is very long. But yeah, that's a good point, Doug. Start an article, get it to 1,000 words, and then maybe come back to it and fill it out, and you could maybe get it up to 2,000. Ice Cream says, haters going to hate. That is true. David says, some people have said to other blogger authority sites to repost a spun article from their site. Oh, check Fiverr. I don't know quite what's going on there. John says, I'm a freelance WordPress developer day to day. I just can't motivate myself to write blog articles. What practical tips can you give me to either hire someone or motivate myself? I did a video on this. just the other week, I've been using a company called Text Bullet, although they're a little bit expensive. People are telling me that's really easy to get articles. You just literally hire them and point them in the direction of your site and they'll get on with it. Or you can be more specific. Doug will say, and Doug goes into this quite a bit on his in his course, that you would go to somewhere like Upwork and you would build a good relationship with some writers and use them. It's something that I'm going to be talking to Doug about. Actually, I want to have a chat with him about creating content and how he does it. But yeah, there's two ways there. But I think, finding a good writer is a bit of a skill in itself, and it's going to take a bit of time and, again, a bit of trial and error. Bailey says she writes her content herself. That's good. Neil says, hi, Alex. I made this site watching your affiliate webs videos. That's good. Your instructions were great and very helpful. I'm still waiting on my first buyer, but fingers crossed. Yeah, keep going, keep working on it. It does take a little bit of time. Don't give up too quickly. When it starts to happen, it will happen, as it were. Okay, 55 of you on right now, which is great. We've got another 5 minutes. Hello to all you guys that have joined a bit late. Did you think I just started, or could you not make it any earlier? Do I need to try a different time again? So is there any more questions? If not, I'll just let you know the kind of videos that I've got coming up. I'm going to do another one around Content Egg. I think I'm going to do one using Content Egg and WooCommerce and set up an affiliate site that way. I'm going to do the dropshipping one, as I've said. In terms of small ones, I've got one about adding buttons to your site. Very exciting. It's quite useful if you're adding blog posts and you want to have a buy now button, that kind of stuff. I'm going to do one on site maintenance, as we've already spoke about tonight. So the kind of tasks that you probably need to do on your sites on a regular basis. I'm going to do a comparison table one, which is going to be really good for you guys creating content. So how to add product comparison tables to your sites. I'm going to do some more videos around the Trainer Saver site, and I do need to add a bit more content and a little bit of work on that. As I said, I'm hopefully going to find someone that can help me do some of these tasks, because I'm just not finding the time, so I need to outsource it. But yeah, and then there's analytics and AdWords. There's capturing emails by offering a download, and shopping ads we spoke about as well. So there's tons of videos that I'm going to be working on over the next couple of weeks. So if you're not already subscribed, which I'm sure you all are, be sure to subscribe. Then you won't miss out when I do upload. Doug says that happened to me earlier. Were you streaming earlier, Doug? I missed it. Yeah, it seems that people do come late to the stream, but that's fine. It may be because it takes a while for the notifications to get out or something on YouTube. CD says everyone needs to hit the bell next to the subscribe bar. If you do that, you'll get notifications to your phone and stuff when upload, which will be exciting. Aaron says, can I do a video on marketing websites? Yeah, I've done a few already. Check out the channel. There's a few on paid, and there's a few on SEO, social media, that kind of stuff. CD says I need a mentor. As I said earlier, I'm not doing any mentoring right now, but a lot of people have been asking, so I'm thinking I may set up a WP Eagle inner circle or private club or mentor group, something like that. It will obviously be a paid for service, and it'll be limited because I don't want to spread myself too thinly, but maybe take 10 or 20 people, something like that, and we could have regular chats, that kind of thing. But I'll have to see, because as you'll know by watching any of my videos and on my other channel where I talk about this quite a lot, my time management is really bad. So I'd have to make sure that I've got the time to do that. John Carter says it's 30 to 45 minutes equals the average Facebook check interval. Yeah, that's true, actually. Maybe that's what it is. It takes a little while for people to spot the links on Twitter and Facebook and that stuff for the live stream. So, Stupid Robot Fighting League. Your username cracks me up. I've worked out a new way of product reviewing. I do a standard review with 2 cameras, and I take the item and smash it 20 times into the face of one of my stupid robots. That could work. Yassine says, who's best for you, GoDaddy or HostGator? For hosting, I would recommend HostGator. As you can see, the support is quite good, although you can also see that I've got a site that's down with them at the moment, which is not great, but it does happen. I'm afraid it's one of those things. My experience with GoDaddy is for hosting has not been good, and people that I know have used them say it's not great. I do use GoDaddy for my domains, though. They're great for domain registrations and managing that kind of stuff. So as a rule of thumb, I've got my domains with GoDaddy, I've got my hosting with HostGator and with WP Engine. And for UK stuff, I did used to use TSO Host, but I'm not using them so much now. But yeah, I would not recommend GoDaddy for hosting. Neil Forrest says, what's the best way to create a MailChimp pop-up sign-up? I tried Pop-Up Maker, but having some issues with JavaScript. Might be a good tutorial. I've got a tutorial on that already. In fact, what I'll do is I will see if I can find a link. And it uses Bloom, which is by the people that make Divi. Although, as I've already mentioned previously in this video, in this stream tonight, you do have to be careful with pop-ups because Google is not too keen on them. You've got to do them properly. Let me see if I can find the video for you. I'll post a link in the chat in a second. Is it that one? I think I've done a couple. That seems too old. It's like 2000 and March 2017. Oh, you know, it is this one. It is this one. Let me get the link. There you go. That's how you can add an email pop-up. Richard says, always love jackass type videos. I don't know what you mean. Jen says, I think you missed my post earlier, but could you think about doing Skype tutoring? Be lots of us here up for it, I'm sure. Good way to focus and get through the winter blues. Yeah, I'll think about it. Edith says, all my products expired. I'm getting good traffic, but not getting sales. That's a shame. What's your niche? Where's your traffic coming from? Is it the right sort of traffic? Smashing robots. Yeah, I get you. Richard's, yeah, referring to. I'm getting sidetracked. Neil Forrester says, stay away from A2 hosting. The affiliate didn't work. I had to move the site to another platform. I've never heard of A2 hosting, but they're probably not as good as A1 hosting. Ian says, GoDaddy charge a lot for their servers. Let me start again. GoDaddy charge for a lot of services that other hosts give for free. They don't give any help with SEO, only if you pay for them. Namecheap is good for hosting, says John. David says he's back. Anyone use DigitalOcean $5 for WordPress WooCommerce site? I've not heard of that. John says he's been looking into it. Doesn't seem as simple as cPanel hosting. CD says, have you noticed new pop-ups appear when you go to leave a page? Yeah, they're exit pop-ups. They've been around for a little while. I'm not sure if Google has a problem with them. Doug says, yeah, he's out of here. See you later, Doug. Yeah, I do need to schedule time. I will do that now. Now you've reminded me. As soon as I come off this stream. Richard's editing images. Thanks for your kind words, stupid, and thanks for your humor. It's better than mine. So, as Doug says bye, I'm also going to say bye. I'm going to sign off. We've been going for over an hour and a half now. There is still 47 of you online, so I appreciate that. Thanks a lot for spending your time with me this evening, this afternoon, this morning, whatever it is, wherever you are. I will be doing another stream next week. All being well, as you know, sometimes I do have to change them at late notice, but yeah, should be one next week. Same time, same place, Wednesday, 8 o'clock, unless anyone has any other better ideas when I should be doing them. Yeah, and that's it. If you like the video, do click the like button, leave some comments below, because this live chat doesn't appear below for some reason, which I think it should. All your comments should be just dumped below as comments, I think. But yeah, check out the channel. check out my videos from last week or so. Check out the trainer one. Check out the one all about buying content, and also check out my other channel, Mr. Alex Digital, which I posted a link to earlier. You'll find a link from the WP Eagle channel to that channel. I posted a video on that channel today all about why money is the root of all evil, or why maybe it's not. So yeah, in fact, why not I just post a link to that right now, so you can, if you haven't had enough of me already, which I can't imagine why you wouldn't, you can go and watch that. Let me just find it. Here we go. Come and help me out, because it's had 24 views. Needs a little boost. There you go. Go and check that out. It's me at the park. But for now, I'm going to bid you all farewell. Thanks a lot again for joining me. Hope you enjoyed it. I've enjoyed it. And yeah, I'll see you next time. Bye for now.